y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Kayladelores and you're tuned in to Kayladelores TV. You all, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so this video isn't going to be too long whatsoever, but I wanted to come on and tell you all, this is like part 2. If you watched my other video called The Power of Praying as a Business Owner and why praying is so important as a business owner, this is like part 2 of that, and this is called The Power of Giving as a Business Owner and giving God to your first tenth of anything that you have. So if you're interested in hearing this and learning more about this, then keep watching. Also, if you didn't watch my first video, I'll have it in the description box. You can watch this one and then go right back to that one, or however you want to do it. Watch that one and come back to this one. It's up to you, girl. But we're gonna talk about the power of giving, and it's kind of like a little story time, if you will, because you all disregard my voice. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, the devil busy, but I want to give y'all a little bit like a back story of me personally. So tithing is kind of new to me. I would say I've been tithing probably honestly like a year straight now, like a year and a half maybe, tithing consistently and really learning more about tithing, because before in undergrad, in college, just in high school, throughout my life, I've always kind of just given offering, if you will. I never really 100% said, okay, I made this much, let me take 10% of this and give it to my church. So it's still new to me, and it's just really cool because I'm learning so much about it, and I'm just trying to be consistent with it. So before we even start the video about how tithing I feel like has blessed me, I want to give you all this scripture here. And it's from Leviticus chapter 27 verse 30, and it says, "A tenth of the produce of the land, whether grain or fruit, is the Lord's, and it is holy." So basically what they're saying, whatever you have, the tenth of it, it's God's, and it is holy. And then in Proverbs 3 verse 9, it says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all of your crops." And what that means is really self-explanatory. As you're growing, as you're becoming wealthy, as you're increasing, make sure you honor God with your first fruits of all of your crops. And actually going into increase, that is my word of the year. My word of the year for 2023 is increase. So in my mind, it's like, how can I increase in things that I'm doing without being without honoring God and not giving him my first fruits? So ways that I try to honor God and give my first fruits, not only, oh wow, my camera's dying, so this isn't going to be a long video. So how I try to tithe is not only from at first what I was doing, you all, a little story time, I was tithing with just my job, my every 2 weeks 9-to-5 check. I would tithe with that. Whatever I would make, I would give 10% to that. But then I realized, I was like, okay, Kayla, you're tithing off of your 9-to-5, your large income, but that's not your only income. You have an income from Amazon, you have an income from YouTube, you have an income now from Grandma's Hands Hair Care, which is my hair care line. And I realized I was getting all of those different incomes, but I wasn't tithing off of those. So recently, as you all know, I launched Grandma's Hands Hair Care on July 17th of 2022. So once I started to get revenue from that, I realized, okay, Kayla, you need to start tithing on this. If you want God to increase this, because that's truly what I want, is to increase my business, my YouTube, my other streams of income, and of course my 9-to-5, but ultimately my goal is to be an entrepreneur and a content creator. This is what I want to do as my livelihood full time. This is what I truly need to be tithing off of, and this is truly what I need to be praying for. So now it's kind of interesting. At my church, I have 2 different accounts now. I have my main account, and then I have like my business account, where I'm now doing my 10% from not only my, of course, 9-to-5, but now from my YouTube, and now from really any income that I receive. I try to make sure that I give my 10%. Like, even if I get $10, that $1 I need to give over. And my only other thing that I'm trying to learn, because I know that my 10%, and you all could comment in the comment section if you know a little bit more. I'm asking you all. I give my 10%, but there's other ways that I want to now give. Like, of course I give to my church, but I'm now trying to tap into, like, if I see just people, not only just giving money, but just trying to serve. I know that's one thing I really want to do this year in my church, is actually be known in my church and serve. As you all know, I moved to Orlando a little over a year ago now. Time is flying, y'all, and I really want to become active in my church. I want to be able to give, not only just monetary wise. So that is a goal that I have for this year, is to become active in my church, and not only just to the church. Like, one thing I was listening, I think it was a podcast, and they were like just being a giver. I think it was like an ET podcast, if I'm not mistaken, and it didn't have anything to do with religion, but it was like so it was something, I don't know if it was his podcast, I'm not sure, but there was a podcast I was listening to, and they were saying that everyone in the room, this little convention center, gave a donation of $10,000 to even be in that room. And it was just so interesting to me. And they were like, these businesses are booming, these are multi-million dollar businesses, and they give. They didn't tell, like, no one knew that, you know, they didn't go out and broadcast, oh, I gave this much money, but everyone in that room knew, oh, to even be in this room, they gave $10,000 to this foundation, or this foundation, that foundation. And that's something I also want to tap into, just being a giver, not just, you know, to my church, that's number one, but just being a giver overall, and letting God see what I'm doing in his world, in his community, and just being a giver. Because I definitely feel like God has blessed me in so many ways. Like, even if he does nothing else for me, y'all, he's blessed me so much. And that's really why I wanted to give, because he's just done so much. And I was just in a place last year where I was like, God, I want more. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. I definitely feel like it's a positive and a negative. I'm never content. Like, if I'm doing something, if I do that task, I'm like, okay, I need to do this task. Okay, if I complete this and I'm doing well with this, okay, well, now I need to do this, and I need to exceed in this, which is I feel like a pro and a con, because I'm never relaxed. And I just was having a talk with God, and I was like, God, I just need increase. Like, we gave me and my boyfriend, we gave a number. I won't say exactly the amount, but we have this thing at church where it's like your big gift Sunday. And last year I gave my big gift, and I was like, God, next year I want to triple this. Okay, you all, my camera died right when I was in the middle of recording, so I kind of forgot where we left off. But I know, all in all, I was just telling you all that I feel like giving has definitely blessed my life, and as I'm learning more about it, I'm just becoming so much more fond of it and just more knowledgeable. So I just kind of wanted to make this video, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're just really trying to pursue something, because I feel like there was a time where I was like, dang, I only have this much money. I kind of was living in that mindset of, I don't know the name of it, but just being fearful, like, oh, I only have this much, I don't know if I need to give this Sunday, or just feeling in that era of, I don't know, like, I guess doubt that if I give this, God isn't gonna, you know, because I just felt like, I don't know, this was back in college, so, you know, I was a student. It wasn't like, you know, broke college student, but now as I'm an adult, and I'm still nowhere where I want to be financially, but I just know that God is going to make a way. If I feel like each time I get paid, I just have told myself, and I've just had a, what is the word I'm looking for? Like a contract almost, just with myself, that any money that I get, I'm trying to give that 10% to God. And I'm just praying for increase, and I'm just trusting God for increase. And I know it'll come. I know it'll come, and I feel happy also when I give. there's a difference where I feel like when some people give only because they feel like they have to, or because they're just wanting something so bad. It's like I feel joy when I do my calculation of my 10%, like down to the cent of it. So it's just a really good feeling. And I just want to know y'all's story about giving and giving y'all 10%, and what do you all feel about it? I would love to dialogue with y'all in the comment section. My camera is dying, so I'm gonna end this video. But again, make sure you all shop Grandma's Hands Hair Care. You know, it's Black History Month. Support a Black business, girl. But it'll change your life. I love the products. So many people love the products. So yeah, check us out. Everything will be in the description box below, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, y'all.